music has always been part of my life since I was a small child, whether it was bleeding away on a harmonica or playing my father's Hammond chord organ, or eventually when my brother brought home a guitar and said, "Don't touch it," that was all the incentive I needed. Is now called middle school in a youth orchestra. I learned to play violin, which is where I learned to read and write music, although I've since probably gotten very rusty at that. I can, but I don't. Nobody does. I think probably it really, as you put it, sunk its teeth into me when I was in art school. I was a teenager, and I was interested in folk music. There was a kind of a big revival going on at the time. It was the tail end of the hootenanny era, where it was the television show and the pop music of its time. But what really captivated me was a movement that was really essentially coming out of New York City, and it was taking kind of traditional folk forms and writing contemporary lyrics and poetry to them. And I guess the harbingers of that movement were people like Phil Oakes, Eric Anderson, and of course Bob Dylan, but there were a lot of other people besides. So it was a new thing. It's, I guess the moral equivalent now would be, mashups or, world beat music, where they've taken various forms from different countries and smacked them all together and come up with something different. So it was an idea that ultimately was bigger than the sum total of its parts, and it drew me in because I always loved words. I always loved poetry. I was quite a literary type. But I mean, music is as painting, is as writing, as it's all the same impulse, really. Music has taken precedence because it's a lively art, and if you're a painter, you put your stuff up on a gallery wall and hope people show up. If you're a singer-songwriter, you go out and you play your music, and you whack people over the head with it. So it's a way of performing what you do.